I'm finally wearing my Doctor Who t-shirt in a Doctor Who channel video for once. That doesn't happen often, does it? So, welcome back to ASJ Doctor Who. I'm sorry I haven't been posting very much at all these last few months, especially since the new year started. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do regarding college stuff, plus some stuff on the other channel, and I'm just like really trying to work on what aspects of fan series 2 that I can. As soon as this bloody pandemic starts easing up, that's it. Getting out of there, filming again, hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, in the meantime, I have another video for you today. This is going to be a few things that I would like to see done in Doctor Who sometime in the future. I'm not saying that they ever will be done, they're just a few things that I personally would like to see done at some point on the show. Okay, right, so now that we're all on the same page, we all know what this video is going to be about, let's get on with my first point that I've written on these beautiful pink post-it notes for some reason, because I can't remember shit apparently. Okay, the first thing I'd like to see Doctor Who do in the future is a return to the pure historical story format. If we just take the TV show, for example, not the books and audios, the last time Doctor Who did a pure historical where the only sci-fi elements was the Doctor, Companions and the TARDIS, the last time they did that would have been Black Orchid in 1982. I think we have come kind of close to it a couple of times. I think Rosa probably would have worked as a pure historical as well back in Series 11. And yeah, there's been a couple of other times in Doctor Who's history since Black Orchid where we could have had a pure historical if like a couple of things have been changed in certain stories. But yeah, we're yet to see a return to that particular story type. Some people don't really like pure historicals. They were mainly relegated to the black and white era of Doctor Who, especially the William Hartnell era. That's where 97% of Doctor Who's pure historical TV stories come from. And yeah, they're not always good. Some of them can be drawn out and boring, but some of them are really, really great, like the Aztecs, for example. And you know, fuck it, I think The Gunfighters is a good story. I like The Gunfighters. I know that's a bit of an unpopular opinion. Okay, it's maybe more of a mixed opinion than an unpopular one, but hey, I like The Gunfighters, fight me. I do like pure historicals, and I think if you pick a good time period, and perhaps a good historical figure or a good historical event to centre your story around, you can have a good pure historical Doctor Who story, and I think there is room for it in modern Doctor Who as well. I'm not saying do them all the time, or like half the episodes every series have to be pure historicals like they did back in the William Hartnell era, but maybe like one every series or just one every couple of years would be nice. Yeah, I just think that this particular genre of Doctor Who story has been very wrongly abandoned, and I think it's about time you brought it back, like every now and again at least. But yeah, that was my first point. That went on for longer than I thought. I've been recording 5 minutes already. Right, my next point is... well, I've kind of got 2 points in one here. Yeah, both of these points are kind of about companions. We'll do them sort of separately, one after the other. Okay, this is a very particular personal one, but for a long time now I've really wondered what it would be like if we had like an autistic Doctor Who companion or a neurodivergent characters in general as Doctor Who companions. That's probably something that's quite personal to me. Being autistic myself, I don't know, I just really want to see how they would handle that sort of representation on the show. I don't know, that's just a very specific personal point for me. I mean Ryan from Series 11 and 12 did have dyspraxia, even if it was used like twice or maybe 3 times in the entirety of those 2 series, but still, that was the character point of his. And that's kind of a step in this direction. But yeah, I think more neurodivergent companions, and specifically I would like to see an autistic companion perhaps. Another point about companions I'd like to make is I'd like it if they went back and had some non-human companions, either alien or robotic of some kind, or if they're going to be human, at the very least have them come from different time periods, either in the past or in the future. Classic Who did this a lot. I mean, we had alien companions like Susan, Romana, Turlo, and then we had other companions like Vicky, who was from the future. We had Jamie and Victoria and Katarina, who are all from the past. Zoe from the future again. And then we have obviously K9 and Chameleon, the robot companions. And yeah, a lot of Doctor Who that centres around the classic era, especially, is quite diverse in its companion species and times of origin, basically. I don't know if I'm wording this very well. This is very rambled with no notes, so I hope I'm doing a good job at making this coherent. But yeah, and then New Who, on the other hand, seems to be very... yeah, it seems very unadventurous with its companion choice. Unless Dan in Series 13 is going to have some kind of hidden backstory or secret, he seems like he's just going to be another regular guy from present-day Earth, so... it's getting a little bit samey with New Who's companion choice, so I'd just like to see them try alien companions, or companions from different time periods again sometime. And I know I'm not the only one that thinks this. Okay, next point that I'd like to see done in Doctor Who at some point. I'm not sure if anyone's going to agree with me on this, some people might, but I'd like to see a full Dalek redesign, like a proper redesign that actually sticks beyond 1 or 2 episodes. I don't want another paradigm situation where they're relegated to 1 or 2 episodes and then they're scrapped, only to appear again in cameo appearances. Not the Chibnall era Dalek redesign of the Recon Scout / Earth drone Daleks that we've had in Revolution, of the Daleks in Resolution. I want a full redesign of the Daleks to replace the bronze ones that actually sticks and actually gets used for years down the line until that one gets replaced. Now, a lot of people like the bronze Daleks. They think they're... I've seen lots of people call them the best Dalek design and their favourite. Not saying they're not good design. They're a good design, but I'm getting very bored of seeing them. They've been in the show ever since the New Who revival, and that's been... well, how long has that been? 16 years? 16 years of the same Daleks, basically. And Classic Who, they redesigned them a fair few times, every few years or so, but I know the bronze Daleks have become really iconic, but I'm kind of getting bored of seeing them, personally. I just like a redesign. Please, can we have a redesign sometime? Okay, and the last point is, I just like Paul McGann and Christopher Eccleston to return to televised Doctor Who someday. I really would. I know Paul McGann's more likely to be brought back to TV than Christopher Eccleston. You never know. Chris is doing Big Finish now, so there is that possibility. But yeah, just for a one-off, just a multi-Doctor story, perhaps with the 13th or maybe 14th Doctor, depending on how long we have to wait for this, if it ever does happen. Come on, BBC. While Paul McGann's still able to do this, just a multi-Doctor story with whoever the current Doctor is, have them meet the 8th Doctor and they have an adventure together for an episode. That's all I want, and many other people want this. I know for a fact many other people want this, so I'm not alone in thinking this. 8 needs to come back. And if Chris ever does decide to make another appearance, I'd just as much love to see 9 return in a multi-Doctor story as I would 8. Anyway, that was a few points that I would like to see implemented into Doctor Who sometime in either the near future or the far future, preferably before I'm dead. Did you agree with any of my points? It doesn't really matter if you did or didn't, but just comment below if you did or not, or maybe comment some things that you'd like to see the show do at some point in the future. Content creator to fan base interaction via comments is always fun, I guess, so let's try that. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. Bye everyone!